I am joined by former editor of The Sun, Kelvin MacKenzie. Now, Prince Harry has been assured that he will not be deported from the United States whilst Joe Biden is president. The Heritage Foundation think tank in Washington, D.C. has been pushing for the Department of Homeland Security to make the Duke's visa application public after he made a string of boasts about his drug use in his tell-all memoir, Spare. It's thought that if Harry had lied on his visa application about taking drugs, he would be at risk of deportation. But now, the American ambassador to the UK, Jane Hartley, has told Sky News it's not going to happen under a Biden administration. Well, it looks like Harry still wants special treatment, doesn't it? Kelvin, I thought he'd renounced his privilege.
Well, I'm torn on this issue, because if he's kicked out of the States, then he comes back here. Well, I don't want him back here. I mean, the psychodrama's bad enough with him being 6,000 miles away. What would it be like if he was wandering around Windsor Great Park every day, you know, and bringing his missus with him? All I could see is massive aggro. However, this is a political dispute now, with Biden saying if Trump's in favor of kicking him out, I'm in favor of keeping him. And therefore, he's got caught up in some rather ridiculous political drama anyway. But look, I don't want him back here. So the fact is he lied on his visa, right, because there was no money involved. He then writes a book and says, if you throw in that I took drugs, then the value of my book goes up. And so all it does is show what a terrible piece of work he is. But please don't bring him back here, Patrick. If you've got you've got a spare room or something, don't give it to him.
That would be something, wouldn't it? Waking up and having Prince Harry in your spare room. But his lawyers, of course, are saying, well, look, But his lawyers, of course, are saying, well, look, just because it's in the book doesn't make it true. Which, to be fair, Kelvin, does beg the question about what else in the book wasn't quite true either, really. But this is special treatment for him, though, isn't it? You know, this deeply privileged man with special favours.
It is. But, you know, I totally agree. You can get very aggravated about it. And it's a very odd world. But once you get into American politics, you know, he's a protected species. As far as the Democrats are concerned. But
it's another example
they're probably looking at his wife and looking at the fact that she possibly of color and therefore doesn't want to aggravate the one of the communities in America who feel very aggravated sometimes over these issues. So there's a lot of things caught up in this.
I mean, I don't know, you know. I mean, there's plenty of people who are denied access to America or who are booted out of America for you know, drugs issues as well. And I think it would look unbelievable if Harry isn't. But of course, no doubt they deny any wrongdoing if that's possible in this situation. But it's emerged, Kelvin, that the British taxpayers are shelling out an astonishing 292 million quid a year in disability benefits for people claiming to have ADHD. A Sunday Mail investigation found that spending has shot up more than 41,000% since 2013, when we were just forking out 700 grand. Kelvin, you've been across this for GBNews, all right? So what is the latest with this?
Right. So the situation is this. In 2013, they bought in PIP, right? A kind of disability benefit, okay? And for ADHD, which is basically, it's difficult to actually track it down, but basically, if you fidget a lot, if you speak a lot, if you break into other people a lot, so if you recognize any of those issues there, you might like to contact them, right? So it is that you get £184 a week. Well, in 2013, that was costing the nation £700,000 a year. Today, it's nearly 300 million. 52,000 people last year actually got this benefit. And you get the £184 a week, whether you are a GB News presenter, the Prime Minister, or whatever, right? No matter whether you're in work or not in work, or you have assets or anything else. So it's a very, very attractive benefit. And so the effect of it all is that actually everybody's piling in, including, give the Mail on Sunday their credit, that they revealed that there's a lady who's now set herself up as a private consultant who, by the way, she too has ADHD, and she charges 650 quid so that people come on to her and they say, can you fill in the form that gets me this £184 a week?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm about to call the Department of Work and Pensions because, I mean, I think I am living proof that ADHD probably does exist, right? Oh, so conceivably, I could be 184 quid a week better off.
You would definitely. Look, I've known you for quite a long time. You would almost certainly, definitely. I might do. Right, I might do.
Why not?
Any journalist who actually has these traits, they all could.
Yeah.
And most people I know can. And honestly, the truth about the matter is that ADHD, the people applying it are aged between about 16 and 29. So that's where you don't succeed, and neither do I. But, you know, the truth about the matter is that all of us, I suspect, could claim it. And now the government are turning round, and I rather admire this guy, Mel Stride, the Work and Pension Secretary, who's saying, look, please don't confuse everyday problems with mental health. And this is what's happening. I'm afraid everybody has bad days. And when that day is over, there's a better day coming. But that issue has now been lost.
Yeah, absolutely. And the point here is that we are not absolutely at all diminishing people who have genuine mental health problems and genuinely aggressive ADHD. I think the point we are making is there's clearly quite a lot of people who are on the take. But Kelvin, thank you very, very much. Fantastic stuff. Look after yourself. Kelvin MacKenzie there, former editor at The Sun. A Department for Work and Pensions spokesperson said, our disability assessors are qualified health professionals. We conduct regular reviews to ensure that payments are going to the right people. Right, OK.